Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday, trending over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm going to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below, and I will also link the community playlist, which I started, so any creator who makes this style of new releases video can add theirs to the playlist if you want to catch up on more of these and see a bunch of different thoughts from a bunch of different creators. But we do have a lot to chat about this week, so let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to scoot a little bit closer to Perry. Got my hair clipped back in today, just trying to elevate my videos over here, all that good stuff. I'm actually filming this on Tuesday. Monday was Labor Day, so I took the day off. My husband had the day off, so we just kind of hung out at the house together, did some cleaning, fun stuff like that, hung out with the dog. So yeah, today's Tuesday. I don't feel like a whole lot of other new releases got released in the time between filming to Monday and Tuesday. I was really expecting there to be like an influx because I feel like I'm always kind of behind on Wednesdays, but really not a whole lot. I did also want to say I just got done filming or doing a live chat. I'm going to do a weekly live chat every Tuesday on my channel, so if you are interested in live chats, I am going to change up the time each week just to try to hit more people because I know not everyone can do, you know, a certain time frame. But we did one this morning, so I did a get ready with me. If you want to check it out, I will link it. I also cried a lot in that video because like, if you want to see someone have an emotional breakdown, that was pretty much me in my live chat. I just have a lot going on personally and professionally at the moment, and trying to talk about it just got me overwhelmed. So if my face looks like puffy or my eyes look weird, it's because I just got done finishing with that about 30 minutes ago. But I gotta sit down and film this Will I Buy It because it's gotta go up in the morning. Anyways, let's jump into the new releases here. So I typically start off with Colourpop because we generally have something new from them. So this here, I think we have a couple of things actually from Colourpop this week. So shocking right now. So we have a new Ulta Exclusive collection from Colourpop. This is the X's and O's collection. There's a palette which is $16. There's also some ultra blotted lips and ultra glossy lips, and it is available now online at Ulta Beauty. I agree with a lot of the feedback I've seen on this palette that it looks like the She palette, I believe it is, from Colourpop. When I actually first saw this post on Trendmood, who I do always have linked in my description box, it's storming, if you just heard that thunder. Ooh, you might hear a lot of thunder in this video, or rain, because it is starting right now. But when I first saw this pop up on Trendmood and I read Ulta, I thought it was that palette being available now at Ulta Beauty. That's where my mind first went to. I didn't think it was a new release. I just thought it was something that Colourpop has already released that's going into Ulta Beauty. That was my thoughts on it. So, I mean, it is very pretty and the packaging is very pretty and all of that, but I thought it was an older release being re-released at Ulta. I don't love the blotted lips, and I'm not like the biggest fan of the glossy lips from Colourpop either, so just not enough with this one that really called my attention or felt like I needed it. But they're also coming out, this is another Ulta exclusive, so that's interesting. This is the Truly Madly Deeply palette from Colourpop. Includes 16 shades with matte and shimmery finishes. It just says coming soon to Ulta Beauty. When I first looked at this, my mind kind of went to Kylie Cosmetics. I don't know if it's just the packaging, how the shades are, the shades inside. I don't know what it was, but I truly thought it was like a Kylie palette. Again, it does look pretty. I mean, I'm still over here trying to decide if I should purchase the peach palette or not. Like, so, oh, this thunder. So to have like more and more releases, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It looks like there's some more glitters in there, and I'm not the absolute biggest fan of the glitters in the palette, especially the ones that are just like more chunkier. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't really use pressed glitters a ton in palettes anyways, so that seems to be a big thing for in here. Again, it looks pretty. I just don't feel like I need it. I feel like we have a lot of eyeshadow palettes to talk about this week too, but again, like I said, I'm still trying to decide if I should purchase this peach palette, man. Like, we got 2 more palettes to talk about. Woo! Well, speaking of eyeshadow palettes, I saw last week that we saw a sneak peek of a new palette from Juvia's Place. We saw the outer packaging, but not the inner packaging, so I wanted to wait until we saw the inside, because with Juvia's Place, I feel like I never really know what their color scheme is going to be. So they're coming out with the Warrior 3 palette. This has 9 shades inside, so we have a green, a yellow, go green bay, there's a pink, a blue, football starts tomorrow. I should have wore like a Packer shirt. missed opportunity. It's a very pretty palette. The shades inside don't necessarily call to me. I don't know if I would get a ton of use out of all of these different shades, but the shades inside do look pretty. The outer packaging is always just like so beautiful on all the Juvia's Place palettes, and $20 I don't think is a bad price either for these. So I'd love to know if you're interested in the Warrior 3, but the color scheme just doesn't call my attention. And then we also saw another sneak peek that they're coming out with the Nomad palette. All it says is coming soon, and that it will be at Ulta Beauty. So we just see the outside. It looks very, like, it gives me like fall vibes looking on the outside of this with like the hat and the colors and everything. So I'll be curious to see what the inner shades look like. But again, we've talked about it last week, and we talked about like how you know, there's so many new releases and brands just keep like coming out with products and coming out with products. And same with Colourpop, like we get a new eyeshadow palette, like look, this is here, and then at the same time it's like, look what's coming next. Like, oh my goodness, it's just, there's a lot going on. It is a lot going on. I definitely got a lot of tags on this one here from Bobbi Brown. This is actually for holidays, which we've already had holiday sneak peeks coming, which is crazy. But Bobbi Brown is coming out with this kaleidoscope inspired eyeshadow palette. It says with beautiful texture and packaging. There's also going to be lipsticks as well, available October, November from Bobbi Brown. I like the looks of this. It does look very cool. It does give me the holiday vibes, but you know, just with like the like how the actual eyeshadows look and the imprints on there, I definitely was kind of like, ooh, what is that? It almost, I feel like maybe reminds me a little bit of like, am I thinking of like MAC Cosmetics and maybe some of their like either highlighters or something like that that they release around holiday time? I'm not for sure, but it definitely does look very pretty. It's mostly neutrals, and then we have like a pretty blue in there. I haven't tried a ton from Bobbi Brown. I know that they're typically a little, you know, higher price, so we don't have the price tag on this yet. It would be, right, I'm assuming that it's limited edition for holidays too. I don't know, it's pretty, and I like the outer packaging and all of that. I just don't know if I'm gonna absolutely like have to have this one. But I mean, they sure did catch my attention with the packaging and the inner shades and everything. Another new eyeshadow palette that released is from Viseart. So this is the Dark Edit eyeshadow palette. I got a lot of tags on this one. A lot of people seemed really interested in this one. It says perfect for fall with these cozy colors. A mix of shades from the Grand Pro 2, dark mattes, and new shades. Will be available September 1st at Beautylish. I've talked about Viseart in the past. You know, I try to touch on their new releases in this series. I like their eyeshadow formula, but not enough for like the Viseart price tag, because they are very expensive palettes. So this one does look pretty though, and it's one of the like smaller palettes, which is, it's a nice like to just like throw in your travel bag and get your groove thing on and whatnot. I do like the colors in there. I like oranges and I like purples, so this is another one that I kind of was like, I mean, it does look pretty though. I'm trying so hard not to buy eyeshadow palettes right now unless something is like intensely calling to me, because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes and I only got 2 eyes. It's hard to you know, really go through an eyeshadow palette. But stay tuned for my next Project Pan update, because I hit pan on an eyeshadow. Oh, that does not happen a lot. I do really like the color scheme in this one. I just am probably gonna keep trying to pass over it, though she is pretty. She is pretty. Are you guys interested in that one from Viseart? I feel like, again, like a lot of the tags I were getting was people saying that you really liked the color scheme too, so I'd love to know if you were thinking about grabbing that one. And then another eyeshadow palette, we have a new collection coming from Melt Cosmetics. They're coming out the Radioactive collection. The eyeshadow palette is going to be $48. There's also new liquid lipstick shades. The eyeshadow palette, it looks kind of like a, I mean, it looks more of like a rainbow palette with yellow, green, blue, pink, you know, purple and all of that. The shades do look very intense, which I think is really pretty, but I don't feel like I would need this. A lot of rainbow palettes I tend to skip over because I just don't really use a lot of the shades. But this storm, I really wonder if you guys can hear it in the video. Maybe if you have headphones on, you might be able to hear this thunder. Aries just like pacing outside. She did not like thunder, my dog. So she's just like pacing out there, but Yikes, man. Typically also a little bit more expensive for their products too, and unless something is like really, really calling to me, I'm going to go ahead and try to pass over it. Let's see, I know we have more eyeshadow palettes. Where you at? Where you at? I know we have more. Nomad Cosmetics is coming out with new eyeshadow palettes. These are the Lake Como palette and also the Tuscany palette, so kind of more of like travel inspired type palettes. These are going to be $27 each. They do look pretty. We have one that's kind of a little bit more blue green, and then one that's a little bit more neutral with some browns. Looks to be a mixture of matte and shimmers in each. I actually haven't tried anything from Nomad Cosmetics. Would you guys have any recommendations? Have you tried the brand? I haven't picked up anything from them, and the palettes didn't really speak to me at first either, so I'm going to be passing over those two. But yeah, I'd love to hear if you guys have any thoughts, because I feel like I haven't heard a ton about Nomad Cosmetics just kind of in general, so I'd love to know if you had any thoughts on them. I saw that this says the first ever eyeshadow palette from Artist Couture is coming out. So Artist Couture was started by Mac Daddy. It's available, the brand is available at Sephora. Looks like this eyeshadow palette is going to be for the holidays. And then this is called the Midnight Maven palette. It has 8 shades with matte and shimmery finishes, which is $29. Will be available September 13th online, and then also coming into Sephora. It is a very pretty palette, and the swatches look very pretty. When I first saw it, my mind kind of immediately went to the Dominique Cosmetics Celestial palette, which I think we talked about last week. And I saw some people saying that in the comments too. I'm definitely not saying that like there's copying, like sometimes when I say like, oh, that palette reminds me of this, it's not me saying like I think this brand or this person copied this person, because you know, both of these palettes just got announced. I'm sure they've been in the works for a very long time, you know, that sort of thing. So just pointing out that I feel like there's a little bit of similarities there. And I was saying that the Celestial palette did catch my attention, and I've also tried Dominique Cosmetics. I have both the Latte palette and the Berries and Cream palette, so I'm a little bit more like leaning towards that way. This one, since it is holidays, I'm also assuming it's going to be limited edition, where I don't think the Celestial was a limited edition. It is $29, which is going to be cheaper than the Dominique Cosmetics, but it also has less shades. I don't know, it does look very pretty, but I think with this kind of like color scheme going on, I would probably go for Dominique Cosmetics, just personally because I've tried the brand and all of that. But yeah, it's very pretty, and it's exciting to see an eyeshadow palette, because Artist Couture, I feel like, is most well known for their diamond highlight powders, I think is what they're called, diamond powders, their highlighters. I have one myself in Illuminati, which I think is a pretty well-known one too. So yeah, fun to see that they're coming out with a new product, and you'll have to let us know if you're planning to grab that one. I feel like I'm missing an eyeshadow palette. Who am I missing? I feel like Pat McGrath was, yes, Pat McGrath is coming out with the Eye Ecstasy mini eyeshadow palettes. These are Sublime palettes, which are, no, this is the Sublime palette for $28, and also the Subversive palette for $28. So these are mini palettes. Each one has 5 different shades for the $28. I mean, that's definitely a lot cheaper than the palette that we talked about last week that's releasing. That is $125. I know, you know, $28 for 5 shades can still be pricier, but I'm thinking like Natasha Denona, the Coral palette, that was 5 shades for $48, okay? And I bought that palette and 2 of my shades came broken. So I paid $48 for 3 full shades. So there's that. They do look pretty. I feel like maybe if you like really wanted to try the Pat McGrath, you know, formula and see what you think and test it out, this could be a nice way to go to if you do like minis, if these colors call to you. Which one is it? The Sinful palette. That one kind of caught my attention, but the swatches do look really cool. But I do have a Pat McGrath palette. I think I was talking about this last week and I couldn't think of the name, and I went and looked, and now I can't think of the name again. But I do have one palette, so I feel like I should be good. I do like minis, but I think that I can still skip over this. $28 though, I generally don't think that's like terrible, especially with keeping Natasha Denona in mind. But I'm curious to hear what you guys think about these minis. Is it something that you would be interested in? I'm with a lot of you guys that I wish you would change the packaging A, it just seems messy. You know, obviously it's not great for the environment. Hopefully someday that will change up, because I don't really get the point of it, to be honest. But I don't know. I'm looking at the swatches a little bit closer. I feel like I want to talk myself out of it. This is where you guys come in. Try to help talk me out of this. What is it? Is it minis? Is it the swatches that's calling to me? I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try to stand firm. But for whatever reason, that one did catch my attention. Okay, I'm gonna try to like I'm trying to like be quick in this video, because I don't enjoy sitting in front of a huge window while a storm is rolling in. I can see the lightning. Obviously I can hear the thunder, so I'm gonna keep trying to get through this quickly. Okay. Moving on, there was some tags I saw come in for the FunkoPop and Villains collaboration. So this is original Funko by Disney. It's based on 4 Disney villains: Ursula, Maleficent, Cruella de Vil, and the Evil Queen. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know who FunkoPop was. I went to the Instagram and looked it up. I'm not familiar with it. It's more, it says it's under the game/toy category. It says Funko is a pop culture collectibles company, and kind of like their theme is like on this makeup. It's just not really my type of vibe or style. Again, since I don't know who FunkoPop is, I wasn't like, score, I've been waiting for this collection. But I mean, they have like over 1 million something followers on Instagram, so clearly a lot of people know what they are, and they would probably be excited to see this, you know, kind of like fun collaboration thing happening. But I am not. It says it will be available September in Ulta Beauty stores exclusive. So you have to let us know, are you a big old like FunkoPop fan? Let us know what you're thinking. Were you excited for this collaboration? But I know that I can pass over it. MAC Cosmetics is releasing a new collaboration with PonysMakeup. Let's see, it says Pony is a celebrity makeup artist from South Korea. There's gonna be an eyeshadow palette with 8 shades for $35. There's also lip glosses, highlighters, the Prep and Prime Fix Plus face mist. There's makeup brushes, lashes, a new product in the matte lip mousse. I was gonna say Mickey Mouse. I swear to you, I was gonna say Mickey Mouse. I have no idea why. The matte lip mousse for $20. It's gonna be available September 21st online in stores at Nordstrom. I'm not familiar with the collaborator here. The eyeshadow palette looks like a nice neutral palette. The Prep and Prime, the Fix Plus, I like the packaging on the outer part of it. That looks fun, but I don't think that there's anything from this collaboration that I feel a big pull towards, so I'm gonna be skipping over that one. So moving on, there is a new collaboration with Ofra Cosmetics with Madison Miller, who is a YouTuber. So they released a whole set here. So we have, there's baked highlighters, there's also blushes, there's the Miller Squad Midi palette, which has 2 highlighters and a blush in there. There's also a liquid lipstick and 2 different glosses. Everything is available now on the Ofra Cosmetics website, so a big congratulations to Madison for this collab with Ofra. I am an affiliate with them, so they did send over this collection. I did use one of the blushes in last Friday's Trying New Makeup if you wanted to check that out. And I do a Makeup Monday. I try to do every week, sometimes it's every other, on my Instagram stories, and I share like what I've received in PR that week. And so I shared about the collaboration, and I swatched the face palette, and I really like the face palette. If it was a bronzer, a blush, a highlight, I think I would have liked it even more, because I just kind of like that. But there's 2 different highlighters and a blush, and the blush is really pretty. When you first open it, it almost looks like just a little bit more of like almost like a cool tone type. Like when I first opened it, my eyes literally went ooh, and the blush swatched really nicely. And also obviously I love the Ofra highlighters. I collabed with Ofra on my own highlights, so I do love their highlighters. So I really was kind of drawn to that face palette. Again, there's also highlight blushes and lip products, and everything is available now on the Ofra website. So again, congratulations to Madison. I think she did a really good job picking out the products too, and I did like the blush that I tried, so I'll definitely be using some more products from the collab so I can get some thoughts on them too. But wanted to share that new makeup news. We have a new palette that is coming out from Becca Cosmetics. It says it was an early access for platinum members at Ulta Beauty. This is the Pop Goes the Glow Champagne Pop Face and Eye Palette by Becca. It says a collector's edition multi-use full face and eye palette featuring shades to highlight, blush, bronze, and define your eyes. This is going to be $40. Inside we have these 5 different shades, which are supposed to be multi-use shades, so you can use them, you know, for different aspects for your makeup routine. It's going to be available September 15th online for everyone, and also at Ulta Beauty September 29th. I think that it's pretty. I do like Becca face palettes. I just recently did a video ranking all of my face palettes, and I have 2 different ones from Becca, the Champagne Glow face palette and also the Après-Ski Glow face palette, and I ranked them both pretty well. One is actually pretty highly ranked, so if you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it down below. So I don't know if I necessarily need this one. I like kind of the idea behind like the multi-use. I don't know how well it would work like across the board for a lot of different people, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I absolutely need it. When I saw it, at first I was kind of like, ooh, that's fun, and then when I looked a little bit closer, I was like, I don't know, I just didn't feel that pull to it, that draw to it. So so it's $40 for the 5 different shades. I don't know, I also got a lot of tags on this one, so you have to let us know what you think. Did you pick it up if you were a platinum member when it came early access? I would love to know, but I think I'm gonna skip over that one. Like I said, I do have some other face palettes from Becca that I do quite like, and if you saw my face palette ranking video, I also just have a lot of face palettes in general. So, and I just got the new one from the Ofra Madison collab that I really do like, so probably do not need that one. KKW Beauty has an we knew that she was doing a collab with Winnie Harlow, but they dropped all of the promo photos and whatnot. There's an eyeshadow palette for $49. There's also a highlighter duo. There's glosses. The full collection is going to be $112 if you want to purchase everything, and it's going to be available September 13th online at KKW Beauty. I'm not super familiar with Winnie Harlow. I know that she is a model. Looking at the promo photos here, to be honest, when I looked at the eyeshadow palette, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Colourpop. I was trying to think like if it reminded me of the Villains palette or which palette it was that I felt like it looked like, but I don't know. I just kind of KKW Beauty is definitely very known for the neutrals, which I love neutrals. I'm in neutrals most of the time, but I just tend not to get very excited about the releases, and this one just kind of like passed me by. I don't know. I don't know if I just don't love a lot of the packaging on some of these. Like I thought maybe it would be a little bit more like oomph or something with a collaboration. I'm not sure, but I haven't purchased anything yet from KKW Beauty. Nothing has really turned my attention enough, so I'm gonna pass over this collab. But was this one that you were really excited to see? Are you planning to pick it up? I definitely would love to get your thoughts on that one. We have some new releases coming out from Dior, some new additions to the Dior Backstage family. So we have the Dior Backstage Face and Body Glow. It says a universal multi-use highlighter. It's supposed to be waterproof and sweat resistant, so kind of just looks like your liquid highlighter. These are very in right now. A lot of brands are coming out with kind of like more of these like body type of highlighters. I think they're fine. I tried to use one in my latest Sephora haul, and I kind of felt like I just looked either just like really greasy or really sweaty. Like I couldn't really decide. I'm also not like, for the face, I'm not super into like liquid or cream highlights. I tend to stick with powder highlights, and you know, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive because it's Dior, so I know that I can pass over that one. Okay, just a few items left. Maybe the storm has stopped. Maybe you are stopping hearing the thunder, but we have Farsali's coming out with a new product. This is a antioxidant lip mask. It says a deep treatment mask for dry lips, a fast absorbing formula that melts into the skin. It can be used as a nourishing nighttime lip mask or to prep for lipstick application. All I see right now is coming soon, so I feel like Farsali has definitely been branching out into other products. I feel like they were very well known for their like serums. I bought the rose gold elixir. I just recently purchased the liquid skin serum. Those, you know, definitely got really popular, but I think they've done an eye cream recently, kind of more of like a primer, the one with like the blue balls in it. You know what I mean? And now the lip mask. I'm very loyal to my Laneige lip sleeping mask. I love that guy. I still have a lot left in it. I use it every single night, and I feel like a little bit goes a long way. It is a very, you know, definitely a very hydrating lip mask. So I think I'm still pretty good there. But a new release coming out from Farsali. There's also some beauty news that KKW Beauty is going to be coming into Ulta Beauty. So I know I got a lot of tags on that. I'm not surprised to see the news because Kylie Cosmetics is already in Ulta Beauty. So I figured KKW Beauty was also going to be joining at some time. The thunder is back. Good, good. But I figured KKW Beauty was going to be coming into Ulta. So it says coming fall 2019. So I'm assuming it also probably will be like Kylie, where not everything is available at Ulta, but you know, a few of the products will be in there. So if you've been interested in KKW Beauty and you wanted to get your Ulta points, that will be coming soon in the fall. A new product is also coming out from Summer Fridays. They are a skincare brand. They're coming out with the CC Me Serum. It's a skin boosting multitasker for bright, hydrated, filter-free skin. Improve the appearance of dark spots and hyperpigmentation. Will be available September 3rd. I haven't tried anything from Summer Fridays yet. I know a lot of people talk about their, it's called like the Jet Mask or the Jet. I feel like there's a product that a lot of people talk about, and the last time I was in my Sephora, I saw a mini of it. Like, as you know, like when you check out at Sephora, you're just surrounded by minis. Like, it's a total, you know, impulse grab to purchase some of these products. I saw that one and I almost bought it, but I'm like, I know I have enough skincare right now that I'm trying to get through, so don't do it. I think if I were to try anything from Summer Fridays, I would try that one first because there's just been a lot of good reviews on it. I've seen a lot of talk about it, so that's probably where I would get started. But we have a new serum coming out from them. And then I think the last thing that I have to chat about is that we saw a sneak peek of Natasha Denona coming out with something for holidays. I know it's funny because as I was getting tags, people are saying like, I know you don't like to talk about things like too soon before we even know what it is, and it's just a black and white photo that we have so far, but I feel like I've gotten through this one a little bit quicker this week, so I'll just touch on it real quick here at the end. But it looks like she's coming out the mini gold eyeshadow palette and also the new gold glow duo, and I'm really sad because it said will be revealed tomorrow, so I was hoping it was gonna go up by the time I filmed this, but I'm still like, I just refreshed Trendmood and it's not up, and I'm filming this Tuesday afternoon, so I'm like, shoot. But I'm gonna be really curious to see what this looks like. I do have the gold palette from Natasha Denona, so I'm really curious to see what shades are coming into the mini. I don't know if I would purchase it because I just returned a Natasha Denona palette that came to me broken. I do really like my mini nude, but since I have the gold palette, I don't know. We'll have to see what the mini gold looks like. And then also the new gold glow. I'm really curious about that because I do enjoy, I have a mini blush and glow and I have the mini bronze and glow. So I'm really curious to see what the glow gold is. So I was really hoping the actual photos would have been released before then, but I might buy the face duo depending on the shades, of course. But I really tend to like those. So that is where I'm going to wrap up this week's Will I Buy It video. You have to let me know what you thought of all of the new makeup that we talked about this week. I'll be curious to get your thoughts. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy today's video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.